Yo, what's going on, everyone? Miles Midoriya here with the recap and review of All American Season 5, Episode 2. In the beginning of the episode, we see them at the ATL Bowl. Looks like they're having a rough time. We see the others are at the Baker house watching the game. Olivia and Coop have a little spat. Coop said that Jay has to get rid of the ball faster, and Olivia said Spencer has to be open faster. Coop replied Spencer is the only one that showed up that day. Billy and Grace are both in attendance at the game, and he's a little bit irritated. He said Jordan wasn't ready, and Grace said that Coach Garrett would have said something. Billy was like, he's not too sure on that. We did see Spencer score a touchdown, so they did pretty good. Olivia noticed something though. The other team player got injured in the process. She called Billy to let him know. He told her it's nothing that they could do right now. Y'all know how Grace is. She overheard him and asked him what was going on, especially if it'll affect Spencer, and he told her not to tell him, but he thinks Garrett had Winfield hit Taylor on purpose. And if that's the case, they're looking at some serious NCAA sanctions. It does look like he's doing that, but we'll talk about that later. But the moment she seen somebody get hurt, I knew what time it was. They ended up losing the game. Jordan said his dad was right. He shouldn't have played. Spencer said, nah, it just wasn't their day. He asked him what now, and Spencer replied positively, back to the grind. They got many more seasons ahead of them, and they just getting started. Which is true. They are just freshmen in college, and they will have many more games on the way. Look at this dude Spencer maturing. I feel like Spencer, when he first got there, probably wouldn't have said that. It's 1 week later now. Olivia goes to see Billy, asking if he talked to Jordan, and if he said anything. Billy was like, well, good morning. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. She just walking in without a greeting. It looks like she's trying to rush the story and get all the info. Billy's trying to make sure they have everything in order before they go all out saying stuff. She did look into Isaiah, and he lost his scholarship to Spencer, so he's a walk-on with no money, spending time on the bench. He brought up most freshmen sit on the bench, and it seems like he's about to say an exception for Jordan and Spencer, but he didn't finish saying Spencer's name. He asked her if she was okay. She said she still cares about him, and she's handling it. Olivia said they both know Isaiah hit Taylor like that on purpose, and he replied, it's not what they know, it's what they can prove. She really just said she was going to talk to Isaiah. Bruh, that is a thing that you do not want to do. Billy stopped her and said Isaiah would deny it. Go tell Garrett and they'll cover it up. He'll take the wheel for the story from here. Like, if she went and did that, yeah, he's going to go tell Garrett and they're going to cover it up and try to put a stop to that story. I know she's trying to rush and get this story done, but at least take some steps so you don't alert the people that you're doing the story on. In the next scene, we see Grace and Coop. Grace is actually packing up some stuff for the house. Coop over here trying to get some free stuff, talking about you don't need that busted old blender. Aren't blenders on wedding registries as gifts? You should get a new one. She's keeping track of stuff that she'll need when she moves into that house. Sadly, Grace already rented it out. That's why she's packing. Coop's not moving out of the Bakers just yet. She's trying to see her options so that she's closer to GAU. And she doesn't want to stay at the Bakers because of Spencer and Olivia's breakup. They start talking about him and Olivia. Spencer said that it isn't that easy to move on. Coop said it is for Olivia. She's always out. That dude was quick to say, out where? I know he thinking it's only been a few weeks. I'm over here sad and you going out. Grace was like, you're in college. Enjoy being young while you can. Coop added, you need to do a little less working out and a little more wilding out. We got to see Patience in this episode. She's talking to Jordan and Layla for a bit. Layla mentioned she wants to take Keating Records head of PR, and she thinks that she could do it because she known the lady in charge since she was a kid. Also, when they all was having a conversation, I think Patience was picking up something between Jordan and Layla by the way that they was talking. After Patience took a phone call, this dude Jordan's over here talking to Layla, and he brought up that he's funny, and he said that's his thing. When Patience came back into the room, he said, I'm funny, right? She just kind of walked off, and Layla started laughing. I said, this is just like when everyone was joking on Spencer throwing a party. Now it's his turn to get the jokes. Asher's hanging out with his girlfriend. He's telling her some of the stuff that the coach has him doing. He's trying to impress Coach Montez because it can go a long way into making him a coach one day. He wants the team to be impressed and for them to take him seriously. Asher then goes to check up on JJ because he's been slacking a little bit. He hasn't worked out since the season ended. He came up with a routine for him and everything, and JJ isn't taking it seriously. Spencer walked in and Asher said he's been working out since the season ended. JJ said, yeah, they lost their bowl game. We won ours. Spencer was like, yeah, I wouldn't know. They don't air pointless games. That dude Asher was like, all right, I'm going to forget I heard that. They be having them quick comebacks in the show. He asked Spencer for help, and he did the total opposite. He literally agreed with JJ about going to a party, but he did say that if Asher promises to have fun at the party, JJ will have the workout in the morning, and they both agreed. JJ said he wanted to party at GAU, and the jokes just started coming at Spencer about he doesn't know any women on campus, and Olivia doesn't count. He said he does know one woman on campus. We haven't seen that character in a minute, and we all know that that's Davita. Moving along to Layla, Jordan's still trying to prove that he's funny, sending her some text messages. She happens to run into Gia, who's Lori's assistant. The head of PR actually canceled on the meeting. Layla figured that because she still called her little Layla in the conversation that they had, not seeing her as someone who grew up, but she did invite Gia to hang out later. Jordan's at the college and he gets a text back from Layla saying that joke wasn't funny. He runs into Olivia and you know what they about to talk about. She tells him that Coach Garrett put Isaiah in a game to hurt Taylor. He's not having it, saying that you are desperate for a story. She replied that Garrett's players have a history of hurting other players on the team to win games. He said that they didn't even win, but Olivia was like, Taylor was destroying them all game before he got hurt. See, I was like, whoa, alright, they already lost, you didn't have to say that part. Jordan wasn't believing it. Olivia's trying to give him a heads up compared to the Wade story. He's actually cool with Isaiah, especially when they first met, so it's understandable that he wouldn't believe it. Spencer and JJ are walking and he sees Jordan and Olivia talking. He asked him what was going on and he said nothing. Even though he don't agree with it, he still didn't tell Spencer to be on the safe side. Later, Jordan went to go visit Billy. He didn't even greet him. No hi, no how you doing. He said, I know, me and your mama raised y'all with manners. He's mad about the Isaiah situation and he lied to Spencer. And now he finds out that Billy knows about the story. He told him to watch the tape. Jordan brought up how his dad was hurt and that injuries happen in football all the time. But Billy said it happens more when the players go up against Garrett. At the Baker's house, Layla let Patience know that the meeting didn't happen, it got canceled, but invited her assistant Gia. She told her that she's a fan of hers, and Patience said it wouldn't hurt to have someone on the inside like a spy. Billy's at Grace's house helping out, making a joke saying that you marrying a guy that has me doing all the heavy lifting. She said he's busy, and that's true. He's at a new job, he's learning some new stuff, so you know he's gonna be away for a minute. They dive into the Olivia and the Coach Garrett stuff. Billy saying that she shouldn't have told Jordan and it's a matter of time before Spencer and everyone knows. He's wondering why she isn't listening to him. Grace says she's a smart, strong-willed woman like he raised her and stubborn like him too. She brought up how Spencer seen she had a lot going on, so he gave her some space and maybe he should too. He asked how was Spencer doing. She said he's pretty upset and she is as well, but they both agreed they are good together. Billy added that if they were meant to be, they'll find their way back and joked around saying just like Grace and D'Angelo. We see Davita again. She's talking to JJ and Jordan. She lets them know that her business sorority is having a party tonight. JJ not feeling that. He thinks it's going to be boring because they're in business. He told her, how desperate do you think we are? She brought up Spencer's yard post, which JJ posted. It had him single on there and also hashtag smash to her. This dude JJ is funny. Everyone's at the party. As soon as JJ got in there, this dude had a cup in his hand already. Asher like, bro, how did you get a cup already? He's like, man, it's a party. JJ's actually surprised how good the party is for a business sorority, and he's considering switching majors. Davita announced that Spencer is single, and everyone spreads out into the party. Then the scene goes to Layla, Olivia, Patience, and Gia. Gia brings up that it's been a boys club at the label lately, so it looks like Clay's changing some things up. Gia brings up that it's been a boys club at the label lately, and that she would rather be at a smaller studio working with one good artist than a lobby full of idiots. Gia mentioned that she snuck out of work to go see Patience tour, and she didn't disappoint. Olivia interrupted saying that her ex is on the Smash tour. Yeah, she kinda irritated. Back at the party, Spencer sitting down. He didn't look like he was in the partying mood. The guys came over and made some jokes about him. Coop actually pulls up to the party saying, all these women in here, you sitting right here talking to each other? She even points out that Davita's with the woman. Spencer said, I guess she wasn't kidding when she said I wasn't her type. So he's looking around at some different women, and one of them looks exactly like Olivia. I thought it was her at first. Coop was like, I'm not trying to see you talk to somebody that looks just like her, and even Jordan mentioned that she looks like her. Now, you can't just sit there and talk to somebody that looks exactly like your ex. You might as well just go back to your ex. They try to give Spencer some advice on how to talk to women. Jordan saying that women like a guy with a sense of humor, which leads Asher to say, how would you know? I told y'all last week Spencer got the jokes. This week must be Jordan's turn. The next line JJ says will get brought up again later. He said, let your friend do all the work and you swoop in and talk to her. Spencer let him know though. He said he's Spencer James. He got this. He walks up to a woman at the party like he's Stefan Urkel. Let her know that he's Spencer James, and hey, it worked. Back to Olivia and the group. A guy was trying to talk to Patience, but she turned him down. Gia mentioned that even though she's not interested in guys, they could be turned into potential fans. Olivia was like, is she supposed to be nice to every guy with a bad pickup line? Gia said the game has changed. He could be an influencer with thousands of followers and could post her music and she can get even more fans. You see that right there? She in PR mode, thinking outside the box, trying to give advice. Asher's talking to Isaiah about football. JJ came over and he was not feeling the conversation at all. He said you was supposed to be having fun. He's over here talking about football instead of enjoying the party. He goes on about how Asher's having to do a bunch of stuff for football. Asher just says he's looking out for his friend. At this point, you can tell he's getting irritated with the whole JJ situation. He's just trying to make sure that his friend is focused and prepared, as well as him learning to be a coach, but JJ's just not paying attention to it. Jordan sees Spencer in the corner again, and Jordan tried to make another joke using his phone. Failed horribly. Wasn't funny. Spencer said that he's angry that he wasted his time. Jordan gonna get a win one day with these jokes. He asked him how to go with that woman he met earlier. He said it didn't get past just Spencer James. That's all they really care about. Jordan said, what's wrong with that? Not every single hookup needs to lead to marriage. Jordan, I know you just set yourself up with that one. He replied, says the guy who got married in high school. Then it goes to Asher and Coop talking, like they usually do. He starts talking about JJ and his football career. He seems to care more about it than him, and that he can't even get him to listen to him. Coop said what her mother told her. You can tell a person a stove is hot. Some will listen, but others won't learn until they touch it and get burned. Some people can't be helped and they have to learn for themselves. This is the scene where Jordan is starting to believe Olivia. He's talking to Isaiah and he said something similar to what JJ said. He got to take some business classes. Jordan asked him, did he mean to hit Taylor like that, or did someone send him in there to hurt him? He said that Garrett tell him to throw that pathetic pass. Man, you know he was wrong for saying that. He did get defensive, so something's up. Also, Spencer did peep what was going on. Spencer runs into the woman that he met earlier and they dip out from the party. Asher goes over and talks to JJ. JJ was like, what, are you disappointed in me, coach? No speech or anything? Basically, he told him he's done being his coach, and for him to do whatever he wants, he's done caring. Well, Olivia done seen the video of Spencer dancing with someone. G is talking to Patience in the background about her reinventing herself. Olivia got mad, saying, why are you changing for anyone, especially listening to a stranger? Layla and Patience reminded her that she's going through a breakup and it was recent. It wasn't like she was telling her to change herself in a bad way. It was more about her growing. She kind of brought the mood down a little bit. I know she's mad and upset after what she just saw, but try to put your mind off of it and have fun with your friends. Over to the beach house, Asher's with his girlfriend. He gets a text from JJ saying he got busted by campus security. He needs a ride home. Jamie was like, all right, let's go. He said, nah. He can walk home. That's his workout. We know JJ not walking nowhere. Now, this right here was the funniest moment from this episode. Spencer in the bathroom trying to hype himself up. She's outside on the bed waiting for him. She looking like, is he okay in there? Because he's making all these random noises. He's in there flossing, brushing his teeth, cleaning the mirror. All of that to realize he didn't want to go out there and do it. He went out there and told her that and offered her a ride home. She said she'll find her own ride home. Then you already know what he did next. He called Olivia. Shouldn't have did that, bruh. You might not know, but she seen that video you dancing with someone else, so now's not the right time. Jamie is the one that actually goes and picks up JJ, and he is drunk. He's complaining about Asher, saying that he sent his assistant to come scold him, and she told him he doesn't even know she's there to pick him up. He went on saying that he's trying to get on Coach Montez's good side and doesn't care about him. Jamie said they both know he cares about him and pull it together. He was already asleep. He ain't hear none of that. She said she should have just let him walk home. JJ should know, yes, he wants to get on the coach's good side, but you are his friend and he's trying to help you out so that you can keep improving in football. If he didn't care, he wouldn't be trying so hard to help him. Like Coop mentioned earlier, he's just going to have to learn on his own. Layla and Patience are at the studio. Patience mentioned that they shouldn't use Gia as a spy. She doesn't want her to lose her job, and Layla said she didn't want to spy anyway. Gia walks in and Layla said this is their new head of PR for her label. Patience asked Layla, was that an interview last night for her? And she said yes. She didn't want to tell her because she wanted her to be herself and she wanted to see how she could handle her artist. Which she did. She designed a dress for her that she would be interested in based off the conversation that they had. Jordan finally got a win. Layla finds a box that has some business cards in it with the words written on it, my name, and she said, that's funny, business cards with the words my name on it. Spencer walks in after Jordan got the text from Layla. He asked him how'd it go. He said he kicked her out. All he could think about was his ex and that they had something special. Jordan said maybe he's that special unicorn that has to get to know a woman first. And here comes that line JJ mentioned earlier. He tries to text the woman that he met last night. Jordan stops him and they see her coming down the steps from with JJ. Spencer said, I guess she found her own ride home last night, and he can't believe JJ swooped him. He must have woke up because that dude was passed out asleep when he was in that car with Jamie. Olivia goes to talk to Billy to let her know how she feels. She says she brought the Garrett story to him, not the other way around, so they will handle it together and to treat her like an adult just like he treats Jordan. The funny thing is, he was already going to have a talk with her, but she beat him to it, and he said that she can lead on the story. She said thank you. He said, there's those manners we taught you. Even Billy got a win in this episode. They wasn't coming in his office greeting him, no hi, how you doing, just nothing. In the last scene, Spencer and Jordan are at GAU working out in the gym. Isaiah speaks to both of them. Spencer asked him what's going on with that. He said nothing. Coach Garrett walks in and gives Isaiah a full athletic scholarship. Jordan got that look like, yeah, something's up. Spencer was like, something isn't right. No more nothings, Jade. You got to start talking. And that's where the episode ends. Now Jordan is starting to believe that Olivia is on to something, and in the next episodes, look like Spencer is about to find out what this story is really going to be about. Overall, good episode. I did enjoy the funny moments in it. Spencer hyping himself up in the bathroom, and Jordan think he's funny. But comment below, what did you think about the episode, and what was your favorite part? Here's some more All-American content you can check out. Thank you all for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.